Hi everybody, you are watching tutorials. My name is Alex, and in this tutorial you will learn how to create knitted patterns very quickly in Adobe Illustrator in the 5 very straightforward steps here. So let's start with the first step. Download the action Knitted Pattern Pro or Knitted Pattern Lite from tutorials.net. Then install this action and run this action to execute and deploy the knitted pattern first. So select the knitted pattern and click play to run this action. Then grab the live paint bucket tool or the lasso selection tool and start drawing your design. Finally, when your design is done, run the second action that creates you more realistic knitted effect, and finally add the background to finalize your artwork. So these are 5 simple steps that you should undergo to create a really wonderful knitted designs. Let me in this tutorial explain everything step by step, how to produce this artwork, and then in the extra I will explain you how to create these actions from scratch here on tutorials.net. So let's get started. Stick to me for the next 20 minutes and I will show you how to simplify the knitted patterns in Adobe Illustrator. Okay, so right now what I have this knitted light. I want to load actions, so if you can find your actions panel, let me undock it to focus on it more clearly. If you can find your actions panel, go to the Windows Actions here in the Windows menu, and then on the panel you can navigate to this icon on top right, and from this drop down you need to head over to the load actions. It would open this window where you can find your actions. Okay, when you download your actions, they will be inside the archive. You need to unzip this archive. It's simple zip archive and you will see this action. So knitted pro actions, you see I download these actions. Now I need to download also the graphic styles. Again, you can go to the Windows graphic style if you can't see your graphic styles, or use Shift F5 on your keyboard. So here you need to navigate to the bottom left corner to these icons, library icons, and you need to head over to the very bottom other library with the ellipses, and then go and select your knitted style or knitted light depending on what actions you use. So once you select let's say knitted style, you will open these actions. You will see this is a Pro, so they are available in 3 sizes: 16 on 4, 32 on 8 pixels and 8 on 2 pixels. So let me select 16 on 4 for example. Once they appear on the graphic style default panel, it means that you are ready to use this particular action. So let me open the Knitted Pro folder and head over to the knitted pattern 6 on 4. If you want to follow along with the free pack, you need to select knitted pattern simply here. Okay, so knitted pattern 6 on 4, and I'm ready to play the current selection. Everything is done for me apart from possibly aligning, but it's because my aligning option is align to selection, align to artboard. When I select the align to artboard and rerun this action, okay, once you done this, you see that I have this knitted style. Let me put the knitted style here. Now what I can do, I can use my artwork So let me open my artwork. I'm using the line rampart that I downloaded from the Vecteezy.com. So it's a free vector version of this emblem, and I want to just ungroup it first and through this guy here. You see, guys, I advise you, when you define the size of your artwork and you know that you don't need all of your artboard, my advice is to select it first like this and delete all unnecessary stuff around your area of interest, around your artwork. Why? Because it's increased the processing power of your Adobe Illustrator and prevent the crashes. So something like this. Now let me scale a little bit. Put it on the new layer. I want to swap fill and stroke or use Shift X, increase the stroke weight so I can see what is going on my layer, and lock it by clicking on this free space between airball and chevron icon. Okay, so far so good. What I can do right now, guys, first grab the lasso tool, and with the lasso tool select all of these huge lion's body. Okay, make sure that everything is selected. Now we can define the color and we're good to go. Next, guys, when you finish with the huge details, with the huge like body, and we are ready to apply the fine details of your artwork, what you need to do to grab the live paint bucket tool or click K on your keyboard. By the way, if you can find your lasso tool, you need to click Q. Okay, if you can't find your live paint bucket tool, that usually under gradient tool, that means that you are working in the new version of Adobe Illustrator. You need to go to the bottom to this ellipsis icon and find it here, live paint bucket tool, this one. Or use K on your keyboard. It's better to use the shortcuts. Okay, it allows you to select and render every piece of your artwork into different color. In some cases, Adobe Illustrator prompts you with the message. You just need to continue and save your artwork, because you are working with rather complex artwork and crashes may appear, so I advise you to lock them. Okay, and I'm working with my tablet, and this is very similar to the coloring books or something. Right now your workflow is very easy. You just need to select according to your shapes. You just need to select the pieces. Okay, now you need to hold Alt or Option on your Mac, select the color, default color, and delete these things. By the way, you can have any color for your grid, as well as for all of the colors looks fine in your illustrations. Okay, I want to delete this one. I think this one are also unnecessary. We have a lot of fine details here. Maybe this one. I'm curious, maybe I need to choose the other scale. Okay, also I want to delete these guys. All of these guys, this and this. Okay, when you are done, guys, you need to first delete your reference Okay, this looks fine. And go to the kneaded effect. Kneaded effect. In this particular case, I'm using the Pro version, so kneaded effect 16:4, and run this action. This action selects the whole design and creates additional layer to make it more realistic. So I believe we are done. You see, it's changed a little bit our layer. And finally, what we need to do, we need to grab the second layer. You know it's empty, we deleted our reference. Put it on the bottom of our layer stack. Create the just simple rectangle. So and select some color. I believe this color would work. And you see, it looks amazing right now. What you can do next, guys, basically the sky is the limit, guys, for you. So this is how you can tune almost anything in Adobe Illustrator into the kneaded design. So as you can see, it's very easy. Right now I want to show you how to put them so you can use them over and over again from these actions. So they would stay here permanently, so you don't need to search them on your cluttered folders over and over again. So let me show you how to do that. You download this product, let's say this kneaded pattern. You need to which called a kneaded Actions Pro. You need to unzip it, then you need to unpack the kneaded action and kneaded graphic styles. Okay, so then open your Adobe installation on the program files folder, Adobe folder, then Adobe Illustrator CC 2019, then presets. You need to go to the presets, then NUS, and finally, if there's actions, you need to go to the actions. And you see that I already have this kneaded live. I want to put the kneaded pro actions here. You will need to provide administrator permissions here as actions. And secondly, graphic styles. You need to go and through these kneaded style graphic styles here. Once you are done, you will find under your library of your graphic styles, and again you will find this kneaded pro under your actions. Once you loaded a new document or launch your Adobe Illustrator, you will find the kneaded pro actions, but they require the graphic styles. So you can find the graphic styles here, kneaded style, and finally click on them to select them, because they are supposed to appear, and as the graphic styles, you are good to go. Okay, right now let me show you how to create this, how I create this free action set. So let's start with a new document. I already had one, and I want to open the graphic styles and actions. So okay, let me delete everything from this one. I just want to delete everything. Okay, we're good to go. I'm working with the 1920 by 1080 canvas. And first of all, I want to go to the preferences, whites and grid. And I want to set the grid line every 1 pixels and number of subdivision to 1 pixel. So I have 1 pixel grid. Click OK. So let's load the grid. Control quad or Command quad on your Mac. Control Shift quad to snap to the grid. It's also wouldn't hurt in our case. Then grab the in our case it's ellipse tool, or click add and hit with the left mouse button key on the empty portion of your layer, set the width of your ellipse to 2 pixels and height of your ellipse to 8 pixels. Click OK. Let me focus right now on this tiny little ellipse. I want to set it to the particular color. This color is 962D 2D. Okay, open the color picker and provide this color. Click OK. And now we are going to work with the transform effect. So go to the effect, distort and transform. In open dialog box, first we need to rotate our ellipse. Set the angle to 20 degrees. Check preview and make sure that you are rotating around the bottom point. So set the origin of your transformation to the bottom center. Click OK and go to the effects again, distort and transform, apply new effect. Yes. Now we need to set a number of copies, let's say to 1. Let's set the reflect Y first, then check preview, work on this move panel, set the vertical to -1 to put it on 1 pixels on top, and then the horizontal to 3.75 pixels. Okay, so move horizontally on 3.75 pixels, vertically to -1 pixels. Don't forget to reflect Y and set the number of copies. And right now it depends on the size of your grid. I would rather use the small number of copies, let's say 60, because the sky is the limit here, guys. You can set, for example, in 400 if you want to cover all the 1920 by 1080 artwork, but just creates an unnecessary delays on Adobe Illustrator calculation. So click OK. And finally, guys, what I want to do, I want to go again to the effects, distort and transform, apply new effect again. And this time I want to set the number of copies to, again, something very light, let's say 40, vertical move value to 6 pixels. So we will put them on the bottom, 6 pixels. Okay, so far so good, it looks decent. Click OK. What we have now is live effect, but it's also a grid already. So what we need to do, we can store live effect in graphic style. So head over to your graphic style panel and click on this button, new graphic style. It will be your new graphic style. Then you're ready to create a new action. So let's delete everything from here. Go to the actions panel and create a new actions. You can actually create first a new thread. Let's say knitted and click OK. So it creates a new folder. Keep it selected and go to the create new action, this icon. Let's say 8 on 2. Again, I'm working with the same naming conventions. Click record. Okay, you see that you are recording right now, and you can stop by clicking the stop playing buttons. The same as the media player. First, we need to create the ellipse. So grab the ellipse, click once on the empty portion, and set the same width and height. So click OK. You created an ellipse. Then apply a graphic style. Wonderful. Then we need to insert the function expand appearance, because you are not able to run it inside the actions. So what you need to do is to go to there. Don't stop the actions, it's still recording. You need to insert the menu item. Go to this menu on top right, and in open dialog box, set the insert menu item, then start typing expand appearance. Click find the appropriate function and click OK. Then let's align it. So both make sure that you align it to artboard, both vertically to center and horizontally to center. Where is my grid? And finally, once you align it, let's ungroup it. But guys, because we didn't expand the actual appearance, here I want to first stop the action. You can record it at any moment. Go to the object and actually expand appearance. Then click on this record button to start recording the action again. And finally, either using the right mouse button key, use ungroup, or use the Ctrl M, Command M again. You see that Ctrl M, Command N also working. So I believe you need to run the ungroup 3 times. Stop the action and let's play it again from scratch. Let me show how it works. Right now, let's play the current selection. Okay, and you are good to go. Again, guys, if you want to change something, just delete the graphic style here and insert your new graphic style. Finally, you can save the action. So select your folder, go to the menu again and choose the save actions with the 3 dots with the ellipses, and put it first on the folder and then place it on the default folder. Okay, so once you created this, guys, you can create another action that you can call, for example, knitted effect. This action creates the realistic knitted effect. How you can do this? Let's go. You see that my action right now is recording. So first go to the object path and offset path. In open dialog box, set the offset value to -0.5, so half of the pixel. Check preview, click OK. Now let's go to the first color picker and select the white color. Click OK. Then go to transparency. If you can find your transparency panel, go to the Windows transparency. Here, Shift Ctrl F10, Shift Command F10. Let me undock the transparency as well. From this drop down with the normal blending mode, you need to change it and select the soft light, and then set the opacity by either typing to the 50, or you can again use this drop down with the slide. 50 pixels. Okay, you're ready to stop your actions. But guys, in order to run this action, you need to select everything. Before, you need to select your pattern. Me, sometimes I can forget to do this. So, let's insert inside this action, let's record it again and insert the Ctrl A, select all, then stop your action and put it on the very top of your action. And let's try to use both of them right now. Okay, this loads your pattern. Then you can use the direct the live paint bucket tool and paint some designs. Let me hide the grid and load some designs, and finally, when you are done with these designs, run the knitted effect. And guys, make sure that your knitted effect is up and running with the white color. Sometimes, especially when you just create this effect, it may leave you with this stroke color. It's just when you create this effect. Pay attention to this. And finally, place your background. Again, your rectangle on the bottom. Okay, that's all for today. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. If you do enjoy, give it some thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and go to tutorials.net, download this action set for free or buy a pro version of these actions. Thank you for watching. Enjoy your day.